You need people like me so you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
All right, man, let me park my go-kart and get up on out here. Old man Jimmy got some wisdom for the youngsters and the youth. Peace, love, and unity out there as usual. I know, man. I be bugging sometimes, but trust me, man, I mean it when I say that. Anyway, this is going to be a response to Black Bond's video about NPCs and what he was saying about real friends versus people on the internet. Now, honestly, let's just jump right into it. He made a couple of good points, but I also feel like it's not true what he said. Let me start off by explaining my situation as far as the Weapon World podcast and how I feel about the members. I feel like every member of the Weapon World podcast has one thing in common, and that they're genuinely good people. Now, some of us can be perceived as not that, and I'm talking about some people think BG's like a non-caring. Some people think Black Bond is some kind of stalker. Some people think Hard Eight is a little too rough or too sensitive. At the end of the day, y'all don't understand one thing though. Everyone's a good person. Anything that you see happening is usually because somebody struck first. And I'm not saying that's to try and be a white knight or defensive. I'm trying to show you a characteristic that is important when it comes to friendship. All right. Now, let me explain this further. I have plenty of friends in real life, and I know a lot of people due to the fact that, you know, I do the videos and the music stuff, right? But 90% of the people I know I wouldn't even consider a friend. Now, 10%, yeah, sure. Now, out of that 10%, I would only consider 5 of that close friends. I could count probably maybe 2 hands how many people I would consider close friends. And out of the 2 hands, I would only call maybe 5 of those people. So as you start dwindling down what matters, you will start to like exclude people. Now, I understand the internet is that group of people that's all the way to the back of the tier system. I get it. But when it comes to friendship, it should be based off if the person is a good person or not. Because if a person is a good person, then there's no reason that I want to be the person's friend. Because you know that they're not going to do you wrong. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because I'm going to give you some examples of friends of mine. I have friends that I grew up with, knew them 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And one friend of mine, I'm going to tell you a quick example. One friend of mine called me one night, and he was getting into car accidents because we had just got cars, and you know we would go out and hang out, and you know when we hang out, people would drink. I never was a big drinker, so I never had an issue with like drinking and driving. Was never the kind of guy. I might go out have a beer or two just to, you know, get people off my back and chill and relax, but I was never like a heavy drinker. I would never be anywhere and get drunk crazy. You know, I've had moments when I did, of course, when we was in school, but that's different. That's normal. Everybody has had those moments. But anyway, back to the story. So he was getting into all these car accidents and stuff. One time we was on the Brooklyn Bridge. This man crashed into the damn Brooklyn Bridge. Can y'all believe that? Almost killed or scared this shit out of me. But anyway, so I told him, I said, yo, man, intervention time. You can't be doing this no more, B. You almost got us killed, B. You know what I mean? Almost messed up my fresh Timbs, B. Can't be doing that, son. That ass. But anyway, I digress. That's Brooklyn shit. But anyway, so I was like, yo, man, next time you wilding out like that, call me or whatever, call one of us. This is friendship right here. I'm in the middle of the night doing what I'm doing, and I gotta get up and go get your drunk ass. So he calls me, tells me come get him. I go and go get him. Guess what? I'm like, yo, this address is mad familiar. Now, he's in the Bronx. We're in Brooklyn. Do y'all understand? Going to the Bronx from Brooklyn is like going to Japan for a person from Brooklyn. Just let me just explain that to y'all. Anybody from Brooklyn will tell you going to the Bronx from Brooklyn is like going to Japan. It's like we're going to another country, man. That's just how it is sometimes. So I said, man, this is a big ass favor, bro. You owe me a red chip for this, fam. So anyway, I digress. I go, I get him, take the damn hour and a half drive. You know what I mean? Blasting my music and all that. Now I get him, and I'm noticing the address is familiar. This is another one of our friends. Now, mind you, we all met at the same time. We all knew each other at the same amount of time. We all knew each other for years. He's getting picked up from his other friend's house, his other friend's girlfriend's house. And I said, yo, as soon as I saw that, I said, listen, man, he thought it was funny. I said, listen, why you do that? Why you put me in the middle of that? I didn't want to notice. Now you're sleeping with our friend's girlfriend? So saying that to say, always was a good dude. But some things will make you realize who's your friend and who's not. I'm going to name 4 things real quick. Bear with me. I'm going to make all this make sense as I go. Just trust me. Bear with me. Women, drugs, money, and family. Those 4 things will change a friendship and break a friendship. Some people will be your friend, and they will turn on you for money. Some people will be your friend and they will turn on you for drugs. Some people will be your friends and they will turn on you for family, because you know they respect their family, which is understandable. And some people will turn on you for women, as you can see in the story I just told you. So say that to say, I don't think that it's disrespectful to meet somebody online and call them a friend. I mean, you shouldn't meet somebody online and know them a couple of days and go, yo, you're my best friend. Of course not. But I would view other people from the Weapon World podcast as friends. I'm not going to say that if my house caught on fire, I would call them. I'm not going to say that if I needed bail money, I'm going to call them. I'm not going to say that if I got into a car accident, I'm going to be calling BG like, yo, BG, man, listen, I got into a car accident, man, help me out, give me a rental. Of course not. But I do have friends that I would call and ask them that, and they would do it. But that's just because I didn't know them that long. Now, saying that to say, yeah, Bond, if you died right now, I would actually go to your funeral because I thought you were a good person, and I would go to your funeral. I get what he was saying when he said that, but I would go to any member of the Weapon World podcast funeral. God forbid, you shouldn't be talking like that. But if that happened, you know what I mean? So I get what he was saying, but y'all guys kind of take some things too far. There's a little bit of a sensitivity there and a little bit of a guard you guys put up because you don't want to be betrayed, which I'm going to be honest, I understand because it happens on YouTube. I've had so many issues with people on YouTube that you guys don't know about because you're just now getting new to my channel. But like the beef with Zaire, he's not the first person I had a problem with on YouTube. I had so many issues with YouTubers because they were scumbags. And that's why I base who I deal with on YouTube off that one rule. If you're a scumbag, I don't even got no rap for you, nigga. I don't got nothing to say to you. Fuck you. You may talk to me, I may talk to you. I'm definitely not interested in dealing with you. So if you see me on a person's podcast or on a video or talking to them, it's because I think they're not a scumbag. Once I peep that, you won't see me tweeting at them. You won't see me commenting on their videos. Won't see me watching their videos, liking them. You just will notice no contact between the two of us at all. This, because that's how I keep it. If I don't fucking like you, I'm just gonna stay away from you. I don't gotta tell you I don't like you. Just gonna stay away from you. You know, I had all kinds of drama on YouTube with people for being scumbags, and I would say something, and next thing you know, I got like 30 of the person's dick eaters coming at me. I'll take them all on if I'm right. If I know you're wrong, I'll take you and every dick eater you got on, man. Yeah, you're gonna need every one of them. I don't believe you. You need more people. Anyway, with that being said, I had to let Black Mon know that, man. I just met you, and I would actually go to your funeral because guess what? We did a podcast together. You're a good guy. That's part of being, you know, maturing and getting to know people. Unfortunately, you don't want to get to know people because maybe you don't want to go to the fucking funeral. But I would go to yours. I would go to any member of the Weapon World podcast funeral. There's a few people on YouTube, if they died and I knew where the service was, I would go to the funeral. I'm not saying that I would go sit in the front row, but I'm going to go pay my respects because I fucking sat in the podcast with you for a couple hours. That ain't really got nothing to do with being friends. It's a respect thing, man. You're only 2 hours away from me, so why would not? You know, all of you guys are within a good enough reach. The only person who's probably a little far is Hard 8 and Jack, but I still would actually make it to the funeral, God forbid, if that was to happen, because I sat in the podcast with you guys for a whole year now. Now, granted, there's no time limit on how long you should know somebody and be their friend and all that, but I'm just saying, like, shit ain't that bad, guys. It ain't that bad. But anyway, I digress, man. I want to give y'all guys one golden rule before I leave about friendship, and this is what you should probably use as a gauge for friendship. And it's a gauge I use every day. I use it on YouTube with dealing with people. I use it with everything when I interact with people that I don't know or that I'm currently, like, that are in my life. You should never have to work hard at a friendship. That's the golden rule. So if you see you're working hard at a friendship, then that's not your friend. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to have disagreements, because believe it or not, that's how you get to know people, and that's how you get to become good friends with people. You have to have issues with them and go through hard shit with them in order to become good friends with them, because you get to know them like that. You see them at their worst. That's when you know if a person's a good person, and that's when you know if somebody's going to be your friend or not. You know, they'll turn their back on you, do you dirty, shit like that. That's what I'm talking about when I say that. Now, I'm not saying that you're not going to see that, but that's how you determine if somebody's a good friend, man. If that's a friend of yours. If you see you're constantly getting the shit into the stick, if both of y'all go out and somebody says, here, this is $30 for you and your friend to go get something, and every time you turn around, motherfucker giving you $10 and keep it 20, that nigga ain't your friend, man, because he keeps shorting your ass. He ain't never seeing you as equal, not giving you the 15. He not giving you 15, keep giving you 10 because he got the 30 in his hand. He figured, here, I'm gonna just give you that because this nigga said to give you something. That ain't your friend. He don't got your best interest at heart. He don't even view you as equal to the opportunity. That's not a friend. Or a cat that if he give you 10 next time, then he give you 20. That's a friend, maybe. You know, a funny style nigga, you might have to talk to him, but he still might be your friend because he didn't do that shit to you 2 times in a row. At least next time he made it right. You know what I'm saying? That's what you call a friendship. That's what you call like meeting somebody halfway. Now, if you find yourself constantly dealing with somebody's bullshit all the time, like every time you turn around, this motherfucker got some bullshit going on, yeah, then man, you working hard at that friendship, and you might need to just keep it a buck and say that ain't your man. You understand me? So I wanted to make this video to clarify this from my perspective and say, yeah, man, I got real friends in real life. Because of the stuff I do with the music, I know a whole lot of people. I would only count 10 of those people as my friend. Out of all the people that I know, and out of the 10, I would probably only call 3. If it was a personal issue. Now that doesn't mean the other 7 ain't my friends. It's just that it is levels to this friendship shit, and I get that. But at the end of the day, man, you know, I don't get how you can sit around somebody for mad long and just be like, oh, fuck that. I'm not dealing with you, period, at all. I don't know. I'm not that way. I'm not a social person either. I'm very, very antisocial in public. I'm very antisocial around people. People love to talk to me, and I'll talk to you and everything, but that don't mean I'm gonna walk away from that conversation thinking you're my friend. However, if I do pick up a good positive vibe from you and I see you're a good person, I will definitely be interested in building with you as far as like, you know, getting to know you and everything. Maybe we will be friends. I've made a lot of friends and, you know, got a lot of great things done through people I thought would be strangers. And for me being a person that traveled and moved around a lot to different places, I met friends and made friends in places I never thought I would. And those turned out to be some of the best friends I ever had, better than friends I had knew for all my life. So I've learned that you can't really determine who's a friend by where you meet them, and just based off how many friends you already have. You never know what's in God's plan. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave it at that. And like I said, man, if you're working hard at a friendship, that might not be your friend. I'm out of here, man. You already know what I'm gonna say. Hit the notification bell at the bottom. If you already subscribed and you didn't do that, do that. If you didn't subscribe already, I don't know why you didn't, man. Fuck with your boy. I'm out of here, man. And for the record, man, I consider everybody from the Weapon Will podcast a friend. Now, do I expect all of them to show up at my funeral? No. Do I expect them to bail my ass out if I smack Next Gen 720? No. Do I expect them to pay for my go-kart? No. But I'm just saying, they're good dudes and I fuck with them to that point. And I guess that means that you guys already know what it is out there. So, you know, there's a lot of people out there I consider a friend. Some people I thought were my friend on YouTube who I speak to now, and they don't speak to me now that I'm part of the Weapon Will. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they think because I'm over here I don't give a fuck, or they might be like Bond. They might be like, fuck that NPC, that's what Weapon Will. I don't know, but I'm just not that way. We do what we got to do to keep our feelings under guard, and I get that. But at the end of the day, I know how to just walk away from some shit, even if I fuck with you. I will cut you off if you a foul ass nigga. See, that's the thing about me. I always go by the heart, man. I always go by the heart. I don't go by the mind. I don't go by the body. I go by the heart of a person. The minute I see darkness in your shit, I'm not fucking with you because I already know. And a lot of people on YouTube don't get that. I see so many dirty scumbag YouTubers walking around fucking with each other. I'm like, why are you fucking with that dirtbag? And you know how many people hit me up later and be like, yo, you was right, man, when you said, nah, you ain't fucking with that person. Can't believe what they did to me. I'm like sitting there like, how did you not see that? If a motherfucker burned 9 people and there's 10 people standing next to them and you the 10th person and they walk away with you, motherfucker, he gonna burn you too. He burnt everybody else. How he not gonna burn you? What make you special? Even Jesus got stoned. So that's the logic I take from this, and that's how I carry it. I don't know how my video ended up being longer than Bond's, but it's just an explanation of how I feel about all of it. It's just where I stand. I don't feel like you gotta like necessarily look at people as funny just because you met them through a podcast on YouTube or all that. You understand something? You got friends you know in real life. I got friends I know in real life, and I don't already spend more time in a podcast with these dudes than my real friends. So how I'm gonna say that that's disrespectful to my real friends. Where the fuck my real friends at? I'm gonna see them when I see them. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just keeping it a buck with that. So at the end of the day, I think everybody in Weapon Will is good dudes. I view them as friends. There's a few other people out there on YouTube I view as friends as well. I'm not saying that that's going to be reciprocated or that they feel the same way, because there's a lot of people out there that's just opportunists, or they just want to have certain things. There's a lot. I could get into a story real fast about how I almost was going to deal with a cat and he showed his true colors. And I know he eating that shit now, because right after he did his little funny shit started working and popping. Now he be coming around every now and again and all of that. I'm like, nah, nigga, you missed the boat, dog, because you showed that dark intention. You showed that malice, baby. But anyway, I'm out of here, man. I made this video long enough and I'm talking too fucking much. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.